Okay, it is Monday, April 20th, and we are ready to start back with our math. We are going to review. I know it's hard to come back and then review what we did before, but we are. We're going to go back and review what we did before our break, and hopefully it's still up there and you still are hanging on to it. I know you are. We are going to be talking about multiplying fractions. And this is page 291 in your book. So tear that out and have chapter 12 review with you. Today we are only going to discuss the front together. I'm going to do a few problems in each section on the front, and the front reviews multiplying. And then tomorrow we'll complete the rest with the division. If you'd like to go ahead today and get that done, then you should be ready for tomorrow. I still want you to watch the video tomorrow to check in with me, but if you want to get ahead, that is something that you can go ahead and do. But hang with me. I am going to add one more thing today after we do the front page, so don't leave me, okay? All right, now, let's review a little bit, looking at this, the top together. So it says, solve, write an addition equation to check the answer, write the answer in lowest terms. We're not going to write the addition, we're just going to do the problem. So I know that if I have 6 times a half, I'm going to take the 6 and multiply it times this top number, remember? And then the denominator just comes straight over. So I'm going to go up. 6 times 1 is 6, and then I can just bring over that 2. I can't leave it like that, okay, because I have an improper fraction. 6 over 2, remember the bottom number divides into the top, so 2 goes into 6, and that leaves me with a 3, right? Okay, do the same thing here. Multiply the whole number times the top number. 4 times 6 is 24. And then I'm going to bring over the denominator, which is 10. And then I can't leave it like that because that's an improper fraction. 10 goes into 24 2 times with a remainder of 4. So that becomes 4 tenths. And tell me about 4 tenths. It can reduce to what? They can both be divided by 2, so that means that 4 tenths is going to reduce to 2 fifths. So your answer is going to be 2 and 2 fifths. Now you're left with one more over there, number 3, and I want you to do it the same way we just did these. So if you need to pause me so that you're doing it right now, or if you've already gotten it done, great. You're going to multiply the whole number times the top, bring that denominator over, and finish it out. Okay, now let's move on. So 4 through 12 just says write the answer in lowest terms. And it's practicing what we just did, except they're going to throw in something else. They're going to throw in these mixed numbers. Remember what we said. You cannot just say, oh, 4 times 3, that's 12, and then bring over the 4th. It doesn't work that way because you are only taking part of the number, and then you're just putting the other number over and not doing anything to it, when this 4 actually has to be multiplied by both of these. So we need to make that an improper fraction first. So the way I'm going to do it is I'm just going to bring down my 4, bring down my multiplication symbol, and then change that to an improper fraction. Remember how we do that, bottom to top? We're going to swing around this way, remember? And we're going to multiply the 2 bottom and then add the top. 4 times 3 is 12, plus 1 is 13. And then we're going to keep the denominator, which is 4. Now, if you remember something I taught you last week, you remember that if I multiply and then divide by the same number, it cancels out, right? So here, if I have to multiply 13 by 4. But then I have to divide by 4. Guess what? That cancels out. So I don't even need to worry about that. So I cancel those 4's out, and then what am I left with? 13. So what's my answer? 13. That was easy, okay? Now, same thing for here. I'm going to bring down my 3. Then I'm going to change this to an improper fraction. 4 times 2 is 8, plus 3 is 11, over 4. I can't cancel out that 3 and that 4, so I'm going to multiply. 3 times 11 is 33 over 4. 4 goes into 33. 8 times with a remainder of 1. 8 and 1/4. Okay, so you see what we're doing? We're changing that to an improper fraction, and then we're multiplying. If you look at 6, it's the same way. 7. Does it matter that they switch the order of this? Absolutely not. So for here, this is just a fraction times a whole number. I'm still going to take 8 times the top number. So 8 times 2 is 16 over 7. 7 goes into 16 twice with a remainder of 2 sevenths. Okay? Don't be mixed up when they switch the order like that on you. They do the same thing here. They're just wanting you to recognize that it doesn't matter which side they put it on. Okay? 9 is the same way. Then let's look at 10. 10, you have two mixed numbers. Change them both to improper fractions and then multiply. Same thing with 11. Same thing with 12. Okay? So we'll do 10 together. So let's change this to an improper. 5 times 4, 20, plus 1 is 21 over 5 times, so look at your next one, 4 times 1 plus 1, 5 over 4. Ooh, and look what we have. We have something really cool. We have 5's diagonally across from each other, which means we get to cancel those out. So then we can just bring over what we have, which is 21 over 4. So 4 goes into 21. Five times with a remainder of 1/4. Okay, you do 11 and 12. All right, 13 through 18. The directions say draw a picture to help you solve, write the answer in lowest terms. We're just going to multiply. And these are my favorites because these are the easiest. You're just going to multiply straight across. So if I look straight across, I have 1 times 5, 5, 2 times 6, 12. And then I'm going to ask myself, I'm going to make sure, can this reduce? No, 5 can't break down anymore, and 5 can't go into 12, so it can't reduce. So you just multiply straight across. You do that on 14. You do that on 15. Now, what do you notice on 15? I'm going to get my red ready because why? Look at, you have a 4 and a 4 diagonally, which means that can be canceled out, and then you just bring over the 3 and you bring over the 7. I see the same thing here for 17. 5's diagonal. So that means you can cancel those out and just bring over the 4 and then the 8 as the denominator. Can I do that here? No, you cannot cancel straight across. It has to be diagonal. Okay, so for the rest of these, you're going to multiply straight across and ask yourself, can I reduce? Okay, now let's look at the bottom part of the front. So this is rounding. Round each factor to the nearest whole number and estimate the product. You're not going to actually work this out. So this is one of the easiest things you're doing. You are rounding. Remember how we do that. We look at the fraction first and we have to ask ourselves, is it half or more? If it is, then we look at the whole number and we go up. If it is less than half, we go to the whole number and we keep it the same. That's all we do here, but we have to start looking at the fraction. So look at 1.5. Is it half or more? Well, it's half, yes. So I'm going to take that 1 and it's going to go to a 2. Now look at the next one. 5/8. Is that half or more? It's more than half, right? Because 4 is half of 8. So that means that this 2 is going to go to a 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. All right, look at 20. Start with the fraction. 1/4. Is that half or more? No, it's 1 out of 4, which is less. So that means the whole number is going to stay at a 3. Look at the next one. 2 and 5/6. Is 5 half or more of 6? More, right? So the 2 is going to go up to a 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, you should be able to do the rest of those based on that. Now, here's the other thing I told you that I was going to add. I want you to tear out the next page in your book, page 293. This is the cumulative review. The cumulative review is a really important page because what it does is it takes information, not just that you just learned, but that you should be continually keeping in your mind. As a 5th grader, these are things you should know, okay? So it's making sure that these things stay solid and you don't forget them. So this is a really important page to keep you on track. So I want you to do, we only did the first half of this. You do not have to do the back yet. We're going to do the back tomorrow. I want you to do this page today. And cumulative review pages should not take you very long. It's a review, so it's meant to kind of be some quick questions about different things. And it shouldn't take you an extremely long time to complete. In the comments below, I want you to let me know if there's any problems on this cumulative review that were difficult for you, that you forgot how to do, or you need some more help on, okay? So in the comments below, tell me, I don't remember what perimeter is on number 10, or tell me, I don't remember how to do the box with the squares in it on number 16, okay? If you didn't have a problem with any of them, then say that. Say, I remembered how to do everything, okay? But leave me a comment below on either something you need help with on the cumulative review, or if you remembered everything and you don't need any extra help. Okay, I hope this was helpful today. I hope you're on the right track, and I'm proud of you.